Have you ever wondered if a cave is more than just a hole in the ground? What if the darkest places on Earth were never meant to be explored at all? Imagine discovering an ancient tablet nearly 5,000 years old that claims caves are actually gateways leading somewhere humanity was never supposed to reach. Even stranger, imagine that the people who translated it became so disturbed by its contents that they stopped working on it. Whether you believe ancient mysteries or prefer science, what you're about to hear is one of the most fascinating stories ever connected to Sumerian history. And before we go any further, if you enjoy exploring forgotten civilizations, mysterious discoveries, and thought-provoking ancient legends, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next journey into the unknown. The story begins inside a museum storage annex in Berlin, where workers reportedly opened an old wooden crate that had remained untouched since the final years of the Second World War. Inside were several broken fragments of a clay tablet wrapped in fragile newspaper. The tablet carried almost no documentation, no excavation notes, and no clear record explaining where it had originally been discovered. After careful cleaning and examination, specialists identified the writing as Old Sumerian, dating back roughly 5,000 years. Ancient tablets from Mesopotamia are not unusual, but this one immediately stood apart because its opening words were unlike anything scholars expected. According to a working translation, the first warning claimed that caves are not what they appear to be and advised readers never to follow mysterious sounds coming from deep underground. That alone would make an unforgettable legend, but the mystery only deepened. The tablet used a rare word that translators struggled to understand. It was not the ordinary Sumerian word for a cave. Instead, it carried meanings closer to a mouth, a throat, or even a gateway. The implication was remarkable. Instead of seeing caves as natural geological formations, the text described them as openings leading somewhere beyond ordinary human experience. This unusual terminology reportedly appeared across several ancient fragments found in different collections, each repeating a similar warning that whatever existed beneath the earth was older than everything living above it. It is important to remember that these translations remain subjects of discussion rather than established historical fact. Many scholars would argue that ancient myths often use symbolic language, while others see these texts as expressions of religious imagination rather than literal descriptions. Even so, the consistency of the imagery makes the story difficult to ignore. Across the surviving fragments, caves are repeatedly described as connected through an unseen underground network, almost like veins running beneath the surface of the world. According to the text, entering one opening could eventually lead to another many miles away, not because of ordinary tunnels alone, but because all of the passages belong to something much larger. One of the most fascinating parts of the story comes when the tablet begins describing the caves as if they were alive. Rather than empty spaces carved by water, they are portrayed as enormous passages that breathe. Modern cave researchers know that changes in air pressure can create powerful winds inside deep cave systems, causing air to flow in and out in repeating cycles. Ancient observers could easily have experienced these strange natural effects without understanding the science behind them. The tablet, however, gives an entirely different explanation. It suggests that the movement of air was the breathing of a mysterious sleeper hidden beneath the earth. As the story continues, the warnings become even more unsettling. According to the translation, anyone traveling too far into these underground passages risks losing their sense of direction, experiencing strange sounds, feeling watched, or believing someone unseen is walking beside them. Interestingly, modern explorers have documented similar psychological experiences during long cave expeditions. The ancient writers then introduce an even larger concept. They describe multiple layers beneath the earth, each representing a different realm. The upper layers contain stone, underground water, and intense heat. Beyond these familiar descriptions, however, the text enters the world of mythology. It speaks of mysterious sleepers existing beyond ordinary reality, beings that neither lived nor died in the way humans understand. Perhaps the most debated section of the tablet claims that the caves themselves were not accidental formations, but intentional openings created long ago. Modern geology explains cave formation through natural processes, including erosion, volcanic activity, and tectonic movement. Explanations supported by extensive scientific evidence. The mystery grows further when the text describes an unimaginably ancient being that supposedly existed before the Earth's surface had fully formed. Some translations estimate the tablet refers to a time span of roughly 4 billion years, remarkably close to modern estimates for the age of Earth's oldest crust. There is no evidence that ancient Sumerians possessed modern geological dating methods, making this numerical coincidence one of the most discussed aspects of the story. Whether it reflects symbolic numerology, later interpretation, or simple coincidence remains an open question, but it certainly captures the imagination. Near the end, the tablet reportedly lists several conditions that would signal the return of this mysterious presence. It speaks of unusual lights filling the sky, animals abandoning familiar habitats, changes within the Earth itself, and humanity growing in extraordinary numbers. Some people believe these descriptions resemble modern events, while others see them as broad symbolic themes that could apply to many different periods throughout history. There is no official confirmation connecting these ancient writings to present-day events, and any comparison should be approached carefully. Still, it is easy to understand why readers continue debating these passages centuries after they were first written. Another unforgettable element involves enormous stone blocks reportedly sealing certain cave entrances around the world. Throughout history, archaeologists have indeed discovered mysterious stone structures near various ancient sites, although each has its own historical explanation and context. The tablet transforms these features into part of its larger narrative, claiming that earlier civilizations attempted to close dangerous entrances before later generations forgot their purpose. Whether viewed as legend or metaphor, the image is powerful because it reflects a timeless human instinct to place boundaries around places that inspire fear. So now the question belongs to you. If ancient people truly believed caves were gateways connecting our world with something older and unknown, what do you think they were really trying to communicate? Were these simply symbolic lessons about respecting nature, or do these legends preserve memories of experiences we still cannot fully explain? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because I'd love to hear where you stand on this fascinating mystery. If you found this journey into the ancient world interesting, don't forget to share this video with someone who enjoys history and unexplained discoveries. Sometimes the greatest mysteries are not hidden because they are impossible to find. They remain hidden because every generation sees them through a different lens. And perhaps that is exactly why stories like this continue to survive, waiting for the next curious mind willing to step carefully toward the edge of the unknown.